Welcome to LFC Transfer HQ, your ultimate source for all things Liverpool FC transfers. Like and subscribe for more football updates. Our first news is Slot's answer to Coutinho, Liverpool frontrunners to sign £50 million magician. When the Premier League campaign kicked off, most watching Arne Slot away from a Liverpool prism harbored major doubts that he would be able to pick up where Jurgen Klopp left off. It was the undoable task, the insurmountable obstacle, taking a long-held dynasty to another level. Both Arsenal and Manchester United slumped after their historic managers departed, but Liverpool have bucked the trend and then some. Most harbored doubts, but Slot and his squad beavered away and built atop the firm foundations Klopp left. Now they are Premier League champions, and dominant winners at that. Liverpool are now ahead, but they aren't going to quit, rather build on Klopp's crafted squad and go again next season. Attacking additions feel the most necessary, with Diogo Jota, Darwin Núñez and Federico Chiesa all reportedly at risk of being sold this summer. However, the Reds will know that strengthening in the offensive third is something which could be achieved through different routes, and challenging Dominik Szoboszlai for a higher output is one of them. Why Dominik Szoboszlai needs competition? Szoboszlai is the first Hungarian to win the Premier League, with his running power and energy so important to a Liverpool team that relies on transitions and overwhelming opponents. However, in spite of his brace of assists as the title was clinched against Tottenham Hotspur on Sunday, he's only posted 14 goals and 13 assists across 90 Liverpool appearances. Liverpool need a more prolific attacking midfielder. That could be Szoboszlai, but he needs to up the ante in front of goal, perhaps taking a leaf from Philippe Coutinho's book. Coutinho was the harbinger of a new era of success at Anfield, the shining light during those few dreary post-Luis Suarez years before signing for Barcelona in January 2018 in a £142 million deal. It sparked new levels of success, but Liverpool did lose an incredible attacking midfielder. Coutinho was playing like a man possessed during that half-season, playing, admittedly, like a footballer hoping to transfer to Barcelona. In any case, he staked his claim as one of the Premier League's most iconic playmakers. There's no doubt that Slot has taken Szoboszlai's game to the next level, but it needs to rise higher still if he's to solidify his status as a superstar at Liverpool. Maybe he needs some fresh competition in attacking midfield, a Coutinho-esque player who could add that X-factor to the ranks. FSG appear to be keen on following that train of thought. Liverpool chasing Premier League star. As per Football Insider, Crystal Palace star Ebereki Eze is ready to reject a move to Manchester United in favour of a move to either Liverpool or Arsenal this summer. Stay tuned for more updates on LFC Transfer HG, transfer moves, player signings, and latest news. Don't miss subscribe for more Liverpool FC transfer news. Our second news is Arne Slot answered Liverpool question immediately after title as reality about transfer plans clear. Liverpool are already planning for their Premier League title defence, and there is reason to believe it could be easier than 5 years ago in the transfer market. Arne Slot, wearing a Liverpool jersey saluting the honour his team had just achieved, was holding court deep within the bowels of Anfield. Outside, thousands of Red supporters were refusing to head home as they continued to enjoy a party that would go on deep into the night. But as the media conference prepared to wrap up, having hailed Liverpool's 20th league championship, a question emerged from the floor: are plans already in place for the summer? Slot, always polite, answered in the affirmative before expanding on the wider poser of having to now cope with heightened expectations. And while there was nothing wrong with the inquiry, it was an unwitting reminder that some parts of the Liverpool fanbase are perhaps greater concerned about the future than taking stock and living in the present, with there a full 4 weeks between Liverpool clinching the title and lifting the Premier League trophy on May 25, along with another week before the transfer window opens. There's plenty of time to revel in once again being England's best team until thoughts are concentrated on preparations for the new campaign. But the reality is the Reds recruitment team, led by sporting director Richard Hughes, have long been laying the groundwork for what is likely to be a busy summer. There is an interesting parallel to be made with the last time Liverpool won the title 5 years ago. At the start of that campaign, the Reds were questioned for the minimal business that saw youngsters Harvey Elliott and Sepp van den Berg, along with goalkeepers Adrian and Andy Lonergan, brought in. Admittedly, the Reds were going into the season in a position of strength, having won the Champions League and amassed 97 points in finishing second in the Premier League to Manchester City. Of course, Liverpool didn't quite match that level last term. But where this season echoed events of 2019-20 is that much of the required squad strengthening had taken place the previous year. Certainly, nobody could attest the Reds won the transfer window last summer, an accolade much cherished by some. Time, though, indicated they very much came out on top in 2023 with the signing of midfield quartet Alexis Mac Allister, Ryan Gravenberch, Dominic Szoboszlai and Wataru Endo. Celebrate Liverpool's Premier League title win with perfect souvenir. Relive Liverpool's incredible 2024-25 title-winning season, the Reds' 20th league crown and the first lifted in front of fans since 1990. From Arne Slot's arrival to unforgettable wins over City, United, and more, follow every step of the journey. Featuring match reports, player spotlights, behind-the-scenes stories and iconic moments from a campaign to remember. Stay tuned for more updates on LFC Transfer HG, transfer moves, player signings, and latest news. Don't miss subscribe for more Liverpool FC transfer news. Our last news is forget Ebereki Eze, Liverpool should sign one of the best wingers in the world, for free. Where Liverpool should shift their attention to this summer as they consider new attacking targets. Liverpool are weighing up new attacking options to join their ranks ahead of their Premier League title-defending season. The Reds have been crowned champions of England with games still to spare, thanks to a statement-maiden campaign of the Arne Slot era. Liverpool have already set themselves up for a strong 2025-26 season with the news of fresh contracts for Virgil van Dijk and Mohamed Salah. The latter is set to finish the season as the club's top scorer once again, something he has never not achieved since his arrival in 2017. However, there has been doubt cast over other players in Slot's attack. With Darwin Núñez likely headed for the door and Luis Diaz once again linked with an exit, the Reds are considering new recruits to play out wide, as well as a clinical number 9. Slot's side have found themselves linked with a number of exciting targets in recent weeks. Names including Jarrod Bowen and Ebereki Eze have emerged recently, to name just a couple. While the latter is not a winger by trade, he has proven he can play on both the left and right when called upon, and has some solid numbers to turn heads, with 9 goals and 11 assists so far in Crystal Palace's impressive turnaround season. It's not hard to see why Eze is attracting attention ahead of the summer. However, according to Football Insider, Liverpool have concerns regarding his ability to step up when his team is struggling and his consistency has been questioned. This leaves the floor open to more options for the Reds to explore. There is a target they have been linked with for some time now, but they must act fast if they want to figure a deal out. Former Manchester City star Leroy Sane has been on Liverpool's radar for a while now. With his terms at Bayern Munich due to expire, the Reds have been in a position to explore an impressive free transfer at the end of the season. However, according to Christian Falk, Sane is now willing to remain at Bayern and is even open to taking a significant pay cut in order to get the deal finalized. Nothing has been agreed yet, which means Liverpool still have some time to convince Sane to perform a U-turn on his decision. The update from Falk came before Liverpool were crowned Premier League champions, which could be a big bargaining chip in their approach. In signing him for free, the Reds will also have money to spare to potentially snub Bayern's wage cut offer, which could also be tempting, along with the Premier League title defence. Challenging for England's title is not something Sane is new to either. The 29-year-old won the Premier League twice with Man City and was regarded as one of the most talented wingers in the world. Back in 2019, Pep Guardiola named Sane as such. Playing in the middle he can do it, but I think he's better out wide. I'm not saying he can't play in middle, but at the moment we have better players to do that job. But Leroy is best playing in the world out wide. I'd prefer to use him where he is strongest. He's an incredible player. Sane's tally of 12 goals and 5 assists is a solid return but far from the levels he is capable of. He has been given inconsistent playing time this season, which may have impacted his numbers. The German is tried and tested in the Premier League at the highest level, under a legendary coach with world-class players around him. He can comfortably play on either wing, meaning he could slot straight into the left-hand side to provide for and feed off Salah. If his heart is still with Bayern Munich, it might be a tough ask to get a deal over the line. But if anyone can convince Sane to return to England, it's the champions. Thanks for watching. That's all for today's transfer update, but the transfer window never sleeps, and neither do WL. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe for the latest Liverpool FC transfer news, rumors, and confirmed deals. Don't forget to turn on notifications so you never miss an update, because at LFC Transfer HQ,